to the beautiful sands of Huntington Beach, California. It's the AVP, and it is our first Heritage Series event for the 2026 season from Surf City, USA. My name is Rich Lamborn, joined by the local legend, the Olympian, Casey Patterson. We've got a great one for you here. Women's winners bracket action. Former partners, now competitors. Sara Hughes and her new partner, Batenhorst, versus Kelly Cheng and her new partner, Kraft. And we are underway here. Casey, good to have you, buddy.
Love to be here. Another legend on the court here. Sara Hughes and I used to run the challenge court in Huntington, South Side. We're undefeated, by the way, in case anyone's wondering.
All right, so the early miss there, and it's a 2-point advantage. Batenhorst and Hughes.
Yeah, Sara coming off an Achilles injury. She's back. Playing some good ball. Had a lot of rad digs yesterday. Great offense and transition. It was fun to watch her back in the sand.
Yeah, and already a really nice showing from Batenhorst and Hughes. You know, they little disappointed, didn't put their best out on the sand during the qualifier series for the league, so they're kind of on the outside looking in this season. Nice put away from Kraft there, but shaking that off so far, looking very good here in Huntington Beach. And you mentioned Sara coming off of that Achilles injury. That is not an easy one to bounce back from.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me too. You know, I mean, these are two high-level teams, of course, but when you have the insider info, of course, Sara Hughes, Kelly Cheng, Kelly Clays at the time, they were college teammates at SC.
Yeah.
And did lots and lots of winning there, and then they went on to be world champions together
That's
as
fun.
well. Yeah,
I'll take it.
They know each other's games extremely well, and that always gives a little extra texture to any match.
Yeah. Sometimes creates some of the biggest rallies, right? Just the back and forth. That's
AVP Beach Volleyball is more than a sport. It's an experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your gold membership today at avp.com.
There we go.
Night.
That's fun. You can see it there. I love her just prancing over to high five. That's such a fun play.
Yeah, very well executed. Something they're trying to add to their arsenal. We know about the option game of Kelly Cheng, one of the best, if not the best, in all of the world of volleyball. And nice little movement defensively. Kraft, great set. Yeah, had to go. Batenhorst with a touch at the net. That one's going to be close.
Good recycle.
Yeah, long rally ensuing. Oh yeah, smooth cut shot. Nicely done. Already some high-level volleyball here in this match. I mean,
it's always a result of playing against your partner you played with, you know, for so long.
Well, we know about the defensive prowess of Sara Hughes, of course. Kraft spent her time at SC as a blocker full-time. Just won 4 national championships. No big deal.
Yeah, right.
Good block there from Cheng.
What a scoop.
What a shot, Kraft. Couple of back-to-back cutties, but she made that move to defend her to play behind Kelly Cheng, and man, she is fantastic at that. You know, just such a great volleyball IQ, but then, you know, she's kind of cut out of the same cloth as somebody like yourself, where they are big and physical in transition. When they get those digs, they are devastating at turning them into points, right?
Converting, that's her superpower, right? And so giving her time to, I think siding out at a high level lets you have time to develop your defensive game, right? Because you can trust that you can side out at a high level, and then when you do get chances, you put it away. And so your defense has time to kind of get into that rhythm and get experience.
Back around around to the left side. Oh, finding the hands. She does indeed. Yeah, that's the plus minus of being a big blocker. The plus, obviously, you get a lot of stuffs. The minus is you're a big target.
You're up there.
Yeah. Good serve. Well passed by Batenhorst. Cheng, a little lefty.
Oh.
Good read. I like the aggressiveness from Allie there.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of stand and hammer
at
her height.
She doesn't even really need to jump, just reach and teach.
Yeah, it pays to be aggressive. Reminds me of the great line from Vince Vaughn in the movie The Breakup when he's playing video games, and he goes, "God has me highly blessed and full of talent." 7 apiece as we switch ends again here in this one. Had some great matches already this morning. We had the AARP showcase match early this morning, won by coaches Billy Allen and Theo Brunner. That was a phenomenal 3-setter. And then we had the Brazilians showing their stuff our last hour, putting together a great performance against the young ladies out of San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, they got a bright future. They're great players. As the kids say, they had good aura.
Yeah. Were they doing any aura farming?
Yeah, they were probably searching for something there near the end.
They did showcase an awesome ace dance or two. Right there.
Yeah, they did have some cool combos set, some set cheers ready to go.
No such theatrics detected just yet in this match. But instead we have a kind of a knockdown, drag-out battle ensuing. Ooh, there's a good hard flat float serve from Meg Kraft. Just kind of jumps off the arms of Batenhorst.
Yeah, that's where you don't deal with the wind changing the ball trajectory much indoors, right? You have to get a lot of reps with that, be really patient, hold through your pass, maybe even a little bit longer on the slow balls. And then just do that. Did she just bounce the pier from?
It's possible. That was like this is a major throwback, not a very contemporary reference, but a guy named Dwayne Cameron. I remember playing 4-man with him in Laguna, and he bounced a ball long.
Yeah.
30 feet. It just went sky high. And it was out of bounds. That's how hard he hit it. Yeah,
Oh.
Speaking of hardly hit hardly?
Hardly. Shoot rarely, hit always. Yeah, Sara's close though. That's a good thing about Sara. She's always making balance read, and she adjusts really well. She stays ahead of those patterns that the hitters want to like stress you out with. Definitely a good side over there. I feel like the wind is definitely factoring it in. And if you're looking at the stadium here, something that not a lot of people see, but the stadium, the big Wilson ball in the corner, it kind of buffers the wind. And then once that ball rises above that, the ball can kind of take over. And so it starts to dance.
Yeah, we do have a little bit more of a minimalist grandstand here. So wind a little bit more of a factor than it is typically on the stadium court. And you can see our Waterloo and our Beach Juice flags flapping in the wind too, kind of going, what do we call that, southeast?
Feels right, yeah, right? Yeah, that's something that I was curious would ask players if they liked the outer course with consistent wind, with nothing interrupting it, or the stadium. The stadium usually created a little bit more of like a swirl wind, right? Because it would come in from a corner, kind of wrap around. Where for me, I always kind of liked the consistent wind, where I could just trust it and use it as much as possible.
It's the devil you know, right?
Yeah,
it's
right.
more predictable.
Keep them close.
Right, so Cheng and Kraft able to open up a 3-point advantage midway through the first here as we finish our technical timeout on the back of some good serving. It's kind of Just misses wide. I think Sara may challenge.
Challenge to the. Is that just for the ref to get down and check the mark, or communicate? Oh, there's.
Yeah, I think the up ref is the one making that call, so I don't know, you know.
Not a lot to challenge outside of that first call.
Oof. That one misses wide as well. Again, we talked about this in our last match. Both of those were the correct decision,
yes,
meaning
but
that
missed.
the sand was
right.
open.
Right.
So you prefer that to making poor choices.
Right.
You know, it always hurts to give away freebies, of course, but as long as you're making the right decision, that's a good sort of platform from which to make upgrades.
And right? I like that front slide, feet to the ball. You don't have time to do a step close, but so because of that footwork, it lets her stay tall, right? She doesn't worry about a step close, big arm swing, and having to deal with it. You just go, stay tall, get to the ball, and hit your spot. Like you said, the right choice, just out of bounds. Mark's everyone's favorite when he's got the mini balls. Toss them into the crowd.
It is astounding to me how much enthusiasm there is for free stuff.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what it is, so long as it's free.
I want it.
I want it.
I'm guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
Like these shades I'm wearing. Thank you, Rich.
Well, that's understandable. I'd rather have the $200.
This is the same as cash type present, right, or gift, or I'm using these every day anyway, so this is amazing.
Back in action here again on Batenhorst, and
there
she
goes
high off the hands.
And it seems like that they kind of got a hold of that middle serve that Kelly was kind of sniping, right? She's trying to hit that middle serve, so they probably time out, talk about it. Let's stay patient, maybe make a little shift. Let you go be 6-4 and feast.
Yeah. Nice set there in transition. Oh, does she find the sideline? I think that is out of bounds,
man.
Yeah.
That is really close.
It was very close. I didn't see any rope jump.
Yeah. And it would have, because it's just barely raised if it. That's a sand splash scenario. And this is where kids, I always say kids, this is where everyone, we need to have like a little video tutorial on how to read a ball mark. It's like a bear paw in the mud. Like I'm tracking, I'm hunting, I'm tracking the animal here.
Yeah, that's one of the caveats kind of to the challenge, is that if the officials don't see the rope bounce, they can only look
Trust
at the
ball mark. Right.
And so sometimes it could have hit the rope and the ball mark is out, but that's all they can go off of if they didn't see the line jump.
But then what everyone was thinking, but we didn't say, is that the ball never lies. And then you miss your serve, and I told you.
Right. That is the ultimate expression of confirmation bias, where you only think of, oh, great scoop. Oh, there's, really nice play. Good calm from Kelly Cheng, just going up and knocking that to the side.
I think there was just about 32 high fives with each other right there. That was incredible. It's so funny.
It is one of the oddities of our sport, I think. And it's even weirder indoors, where you do kind of like the circle up every play.
Right.
Look at this pickup. Allie will have another shot here. That's a nice swing, Meg.
What a scoop.
Look at that put away. The defensive prowess of Meg Kraft just keeps improving every single day.
Just patience, maybe not in like what you would think an optimal position on that overpass or that second swing, but she just sits patiently and scoops. Yeah. Like those are real high-level, experienced defensive plays.
Pick up again. Look at that. That one's going to go over and out.
Oh, she shoved it on purpose too.
Yeah, that
she tried to absorb and shove it.
Absolutely intentional, just got a little extra juice on it off the arms. Somebody wondering in our chat if there's bad blood.
No, between the
former partners, Sara and Kelly? Yeah, I don't know. In my experience, women always get along with each other.
I think they've got so much amazing history. When you're a world champ, how can you ever not love each other as partners and friends? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's the inner competitor.
Yeah, right. We talked about it a little bit earlier with Lotman and Theo.
Right.
We can be friendly away from the court, but when the ball's in the air and the whistles are being blown,
yes,
there is nothing but bad blood.
Yeah, I could tell you that there's definitely a heightened energy source as far as wanting to beat them, but that inner competitor comes out even more because of that.
Right. Yeah. It's like when you have a sibling almost.
Yes, it's like a brothers, right?
You love them and you want nothing more than to beat the living snot out of them.
Yes. It's Cash and Guy, exactly.
It's trading side outs right now, but still a 6-point advantage for Cheng and Kraft.
Oh! What is happening?
Yeah, that's
wow!
Excellent put away from Batenhorst, but the cover from Meg Kraft, phenomenal just to keep that play alive.
Where's the McKibbins? Hurry and post that on social media. That was sick.
To see the super slow-mo of that one-arm cover from Meg Kraft. Yeah,
that's where it's, I think, less effective.
Well, it's one of those interesting things because at some point you have to try it if you're going to implement it, right? You have to continue to utilize it and maybe even force it in some scenarios. But sometimes I think the result isn't worth the risk.
Yeah, if it affects the set quality.
Yeah.
That's a great set.
Oh, that's a little too much, yeah. Sara a little upset with herself because she knows she had to put that up there near the net. It was touched, but she just kind of overcooks it a little bit, and that becomes easy pickings for Kelly Cheng. Another good redirect.
Goes back to the theory of like the jump set option, especially for right side players. I immediately know you're not able to attack this ball, so the jump set is just like a smoke and mirrors decoy, right? And I'm not, at a certain point, I'm not even threatened by you anymore. You need to prove it and go on two once at least to show me that you can do that.
Tommy Big. Oh, nice pickup from Hughes.
Good set.
Oh, that does find the corner. Beautifully executed by Sara Hughes there. Stay alive here in set number one. Still 4 set points from Cheng and Kraft. Yeah, we can get into this discussion a little bit later about the way to combat the jump set offense. That serve's going to miss, so that will complete set number one in victorious fashion for Kraft and Cheng. 21-16. We will bow out momentarily and let the scoreboard and the teams reset. Come back with you set number 2 in just a moment.
Charlie, all right, let's line up right here. We're going to face this way, and we're going to do basically half a lap around. When I say go, we're going to go around this part of the court. I'm going to be standing over there. You're going to go around me, and you're going to finish at the net. That's the finish line, okay? Okay, you got all that? Here we go. DJ Amy, on your cue. And they're off. The Huntington Derby. And Dash takes the early lead next to his sister Pilot, who is catching up and taking the lead. Charlie and Nixon falling back. They're in a race of their own. It looks like Dash versus Pilot. Let's hear it for Dash and Pilot, everybody. Pilot around me to the net for the finish line. Pilot is destroying her brother. And Pilot for the win. Pilot, how does it feel to beat your brother?
Amazing.
It feels amazing. Here's your slugs. Congratulations. Get your own slugs at the slugs tent or the AVP merchandise store. Everybody, give it up for our 4 contestants. Nice job, jockeys. Nice job. Bragging rights forever for Pilot.
All right, we are back. The sands of Huntington Beach. It is the AVP Heritage Series event. Surf City, USA. Set number 1 here. Women's winners bracket. Kelly Cheng, Megan Kraft, 21-16. We are ready to go here. Sara Hughes starting us off.
What a
Tough
serve.
Yeah. Lefty knuckle attempt from Kelly Cheng. Just kind of slips off the knuckles.
Well, that's something that they didn't have really in that first set, right? Some consistent service pressure because they're just battling, trying to figure out how to side out consistently.
Right.
A little short deep, a little combo serve.
Yeah, that's, oh, how about
There we
that?
go. That's where I'd be like, there we are, we're here, we made it. Now we found ourselves. And then I'd check my watch. We just woke up, it's 11:25, we're here, we're ready.
Yeah, that's. There is always a running dialogue in any Casey Patterson match you ever watched.
Yeah, that's how I distract myself from the stress of playing.
Yeah. If I stop talking, I'm subject to the thoughts in my own head.
Don't be quiet, yeah.
All right, good side out there from Megan and Kelly. They will be back at the line for their first opportunity to serve here in set number 2. Ooh, I like that serve.
Yeah, that's great short serve.
Pretty good touch there from Ali. Just crisp stuff from Megan Kraft. Again, that I would say that wasn't the best set in transition, but Megan standing at about 6'1".
Right.
So physical in her offensive game. She's really, similar to yourself, had a huge window that you could set the ball into that she
right.
could attack from.
A lot of options.
Good high swing through the top of the hands for Ali Batenhorst. Oh, Batenhorst, excuse me.
Wow.
I apologize. I've been saying it wrong.
That's
the whole
why
time.
That's why I wasn't saying it. I didn't know if I was saying it right or wrong. Now we know. Batenhorst.
It's like bait and switch.
Yes.
Batenhorst.
Well, we just wanted to keep the chat live. Have them heckle us on the chat, Oh, she's on it.
Yeah. Good move. Just can't quite get all the way underneath that one this time, Sara Hughes. Feel free to engage with us on the crowd chat if you're watching with us on Valley Live. Do our best to get to your questions.
There we go. I love that.
Yeah.
Just,
absolutely, especially when you don't even have to jump.
You don't, and that's the problem. I'm trying to teach my boys too. I'm like, look, there's so many different sets and scenarios where your approach gets in the way.
Yeah.
Just get your arm loaded and reach and move the ball around. You don't need to even jump half the time.
Oof. Yeah, that thing is blowing around.
Yeah. Again, it rises just above the stadium, and then it starts to swirl.
Making phenomenal contact despite all the movement.
Yeah, she's done a great job of any set, right? Like we were talking about earlier, being a taller defender. She can deal with a lot of things. Big window on offense. I like it. Good option. That's so good. Again, didn't barely jump. Feet to the ball, arm loaded. That's a threat before 3 seconds before normal if I was going to approach or set my partner.
Yeah, realistically, there's probably a fine line between forcing something and
Yes.
being aggressive,
Right.
kind of proactive with something. And right now, Sara and Ali doing a nice job of being on the proactive
Yes.
side of that with the option play.
Well, it's just that there's no hesitation. And what should I do? It's just I'm clear, confident, make a good decision. This is where I think Kayla's going to start busting out her top spin hybrid, where she's been floating. Now I think she's going to wrap it.
Oh,
There we
good
go.
call, Casey. It's like you know this game.
It's like, this is what I would do.
Good touch on the pull, but Ali will have a chance. Oof. Yeah. That one just misses long. Yeah, even at 6'4", if you don't have any momentum in your approach, it's hard sometimes.
That's where I'd want to like maybe a medium set and lead her towards the net, so she have to think about timing it all. Oh, back to the float. Oh, good 360. She almost had it. That's a good job by Kelly's mixing up, right? The wrap, hybrid, the spin, and the hybrid back to float. I think that, for me, that again, that's the future of, I think, more service pressures, that hybrid, this serve right here. Hagen Smith does it really well. Kelly's one of the best in the world at it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's that lower tempo set we were talking about. It's going to be a point, but good rhythm from Sara and Ali. Just an excellent defensive play from Megan Kraft to scoop and deliver.
If I'm Sara, with Ali gaining experience quickly, I want to put her in the most confident situation possible, which is go be tall and aggressive as much as I can.
She's going to go be tall wherever she goes.
Right.
You just got to get that aggressive part. She's been pretty aggressive. This time she takes a little off, however. And Megan is pretty dialed right now defensively.
She's scooping everything. Yeah, this is where, with my offense, I'm confident with Ali and Sara. We're going to the good side of the wind, right? Majority of the good side. This is where I want to, let's just focus on our pass, maybe run a little bit lower offense and move the ball around more.
Kind of interestingly going after Sara Hughes there, maybe trying to work that middle, and kind of the ball just blows into the lap of Sara Hughes. You know, that's the difficulty.
Yeah.
We talk about that middle serve and how effective it is, but it's not necessarily easy to hit when you have elements that are kind of moving the ball around.
Yes. Good swing.
Yeah, really nice high swing. Is this Glorilla that's playing?
Yeah, right? On fire today. Roche's Padawan has become the master.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a short serve. That's a good swing again, but like that scenario, Sara gives her like a little two ball, right in the middle. Like, don't think about looking, just go be big and high and flat and confident. I'm convinced that's real vision, is I just keep the ball in front of you versus taking a look and going back to the ball. You just keep it in front and you see the whole time.
Yeah, when you have the height and the length, you don't need a big windup.
Yeah.
Right, so the lower set can at times be to your advantage. Like you said, it keeps your peripheral vision in play a little bit more. Good sight out from Cheng and Kraft to maintain their 4-point advantage.
Yeah, their combo of service pressure and then defensive transition plays is really smooth.
Oh, okay.
There we go. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bounce the big Wilson ball with the little Wilson ball.
Yeah, good aggressiveness there from Ali. And they're, I mean, it's interesting because they're trying to work her short, minimize that physicality a little bit, but she doesn't need much of a runner.
No, yeah, right.
That one's going to sail. Yeah, Meg asking for a touch. I don't think that got touched. Yeah, all four of these ladies played at one point at SC. I think Ali probably had the shortest tenure there.
Right.
As
that's rad.
The other three were all full-time Trojans for the entirety of their careers. All got a touch off the hands and through. So again, similarly to set number one, it's going to be a 12-9 advantage at the midway point here in set number two for Cheng and Kraft. Yeah, Hughes and Cheng, going back to kind of their tenure as a team, they won 4 times and 17 AVP events played together, 6 golds and 31 World Tour events, which is an impressive statistic. Yeah, I mean, that's 20% of the tournaments you played in that you're winning gold. That's highly commendable. And then they got 5th, of course, in the 2024 Olympics.
Yeah, they were an incredible team. I always go back to the story of where were you? Were like Fuzhou. We were in China in that open event, and they were playing together. It's the one that Phil and Rosie won, 2013. And I remember watching them from the stands. Was it that one, or maybe it was New York? I think it was New York AVP. That's right. Was that their first one? Now I'm going down a rabbit hole of the wrong information. But I remember watching for the first time and being like, I always know Sara, because I'd coached her in high school at Modern Day and just living in Huntington. And I was like, she's going to be great one day, and I love it. And then seeing her with Kelly, I'm like, wow, they're going to be a really incredible team long term. And they win world champs. They go on and have that amazing career together. It's so fun to see it from the, before they're just little high school kids dreaming of becoming great, and now they're, better than I ever was.
Yeah, one of my early memories of them was when Klagenfurt was still an event.
Oh, yeah.
And they won, I believe they won their pool. It was obviously their first time in Klagenfurt. It was one of their first, if not their very first, international event. And I think they even beat maybe Laura Ludwig and Kira Walker.
Yes. Yeah.
In pool. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's so fun.
That is going to sail as well. That was the right decision from Kelly Cheng, and that's one of her patented swings, that cross body. Just misses the mark. Even the wind can't keep that inside the line. So Batenhorst and Hughes to within 1. That one's going to go wide as well.
That's where I started saying, hey, it's their turn to give us some free points, because we gave away a couple. Their turn to give them back. Again, though, Ali and Sara, they side out well, get a couple in a row, and then get free on their serve, and then opportunities, positively start rolling their way. Always go back to just siding out consistently. Always gives you those opportunities.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Just into the net. So hard sometimes when that ball's right in your clutches to just keep your hands out of the net. Our man Doug Strauss giving me completely irrelevant hitting stats as Kelly Cheng missed the last 2.
Yeah, that's not even the truth. That's 4 plays ago. We need our AI glasses with Doug just entering information into our glasses so we can see them.
Well, I think Doug sees the world kind of like the Terminator, where
yes.
there's just statistics at all times going through his vision.
Not a threat. A threat, yeah.
That was a great dig. What a layout dig, Sara Hughes.
Come on.
Onto the right side. And that crossbody put away. Meg Kraft just relentless.
Yeah. Meg's siding out, transitioning, her just attack, all in general is so high level.
Sara and Ali taking a timeout. Coach Evie Matthews just saw something he'd like to make sure they stay on top of before things get out of hand. They've done a nice job coming back into this second set after they trailed by 3 at the technical timeout, but a couple in succession there from Kelly and Megan. Maybe a point of concern.
Yeah, quick little use the momentum we built, reset with a little adjusted game plan. Then, give them something to build off that they're doing really well to increase the confidence as they walk out. It's just a video game. You just tell them what they're going to go do, not what, and then they go do it. Go manifest for them.
Yeah, well, I really like you've kind of been repeating that sentiment today. Let's worry a little bit less about what the other side's going to do and make sure that we're implementing what we want to do.
Yeah, well, I had a good coach for most of my career. So you being in the box and always saying, let's control the controllables that our side of the net is all that matters. Everything else is noise, There's little bits of information that we can talk about that they're doing, but if we side out and worry about our game plan, our side of the net, they're irrelevant almost in a sense. They're coming to our match,
I think that was just my excuse to never watch video.
That's actually that's what made it even more high level. Wow, Rich really convinced us that was the answer. This is where does she go? Inside out hybrid down alley sideline. Let's see. Oh, middle.
Yeah, that's. Did she find it? She does indeed. Yeah, that's a really, really good play. Again, that good proactive mentality from Allie there, paying dividends, and that was an excellent pass from Sara Hughes as well on a tough serve middle.
Yeah, especially on those low passes that are in front of you. You just go walk right into it and dart it to the sideline. Good chance of tide and switch here.
Oh, good touch. Yeah, just takes a favorable bounce off the hands for Kelly and Meg.
They've done a good job of keeping everything high. They're not letting Allie get involved, right? They haven't really let her be a part of this match. High hands and then chop around, make Sara beat you.
Is that something that you discussed ever when you play kind of bigger blockers? Hey, set me a little bit further off the net, or you adjusted kind of the angle of your attacks? Oh, again, that's
the right
choice.
Right.
Yeah,
that's actually something. You asked that question. I'm a huge believer in the distance from the net nullifies the blocker's ability to affect the game almost at all.
Okay.
And I've been running that in practice with Furby. I was like, hey, I want to try this like theory and system that I love. What a block. Good move outside of her body. Low and over.
So that set was not far enough off the net to nullify Kelly's impact.
Right. Or if I'm, let's say, if I'm in between this 4 and 8 foot window, but I'm prepared for that with my approach, the blocker doesn't know if they should pull. They don't know. They have to go very far to cover angles, and the defender has to be much faster and make a guess early. What a block and a cover.
Yeah, great cover. Almost a little bit of an early celebration for Cheng. She knew maybe it wasn't coming back. Just kind of a cursory. Hey, are we sure that wasn't a lift?
Yeah. Even though you know you won it, just to throw it in the ref. Hey, I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
So some good blocking here from Cheng, opening the lead up to 5. And how about the darts that Megan is throwing from the end line? That's a nice shot there over the top.
So like that, exactly. Sara's got probably 4 feet off, medium tempo. Kelly has to make either an early move or something extreme, and then Meg has to either release early because she's got a covered ground, and Sara can just throw a dart.
Ooh, wow, scoop. Yeah. Allie, good read on the block there. And Meg Kraft is dialed in. That little baby cut of hers has gone down, I think, every time she's thrown it out.
From the right and the left. Yeah, she's done a good job on both. And that's great play by Sara. Allie, great quick 180 and hurrying to get something to keep it over.
Read there from Megan. Another layout. Okay. Oh, that one does fall.
Okay.
Is that Caitlin Clark out there?
A little 10-footer jumper. Does that count as blocking if I never went to the net and then I turned and set it? For me, that's a questionable play. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to the ref at least and disrupt their rhythm.
Aesthetically less than pleasing, but within the rules. Chance here to close it out. Meg, and she does indeed. So winning, going away, 21-14 in the second set. Megan Kraft and Kelly Cheng in convincing fashion. I mean, they just got more and more locked in as that second set went on. Won that one going away. Pretty good stuff from the always improving Sara Hughes and Allie Batenhorst, though.
Yeah. Especially for Allie, like, it probably feels so vulnerable being solo block up there, and I think she does a good job now, and she's got so much potential to play with her timing and learn the game more. It's going to be really good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad thing to be 6'4", extremely athletic. That's a good platform from which to work.
Stay the course with all the gifts from God.
Yeah,
right? You have
yeah.
everything you need. Just stay patient.
Again, highly skilled and loaded with talent. Not a bad thing
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. Being able to bounce Pier from 100 yards away. It's pretty good, Allie.
Yeah. Unfortunately for today, that comes up short in this match. It was a decisive victory, 16-14 for Kelly Cheng and Megan Kraft. So they will move on in the winner's bracket. That'll add a little bit of extra work to the docket of Batenhorst and Hughes. Some of our final tallies, Allie with 14 kills, Sara Hughes 11 digs.
Wow.
Kelly Cheng, a nice well-rounded stat line, 13 kills, 2 blocks, 2 aces. And how about Megan Kraft? 15
Come on,
kills,
Meg.
13 digs, 619 hitting efficiency.
Meg has gotten so good the last 3 years. It's incredible.
Impressive stuff. We will bow out momentarily and be back with an unbelievable match on the men's side. We've got Taylor Crabb, Andy Benish coming against the Qataris, Sharif and Ahmed Tijan, in about 15 minutes' time. So please come back and see us then.
Trust me, it's going to be one of the best.